Now, ironically, later in that same day, we got Donald Trump on display. We saw J.D. Vance, and then we saw an interview with a network that's not supposed to be as cozy. It's not Fox News, it's not Megyn Kelly, it's not Newsmax. But you can still tell that legacy media like NBC is afraid of Donald Trump. So on this NBC interview, Trump absolutely bulldozes Tom Llamas, using the interview just like he would on any of his campaign speeches. And look, I could do an entire show on all of the unhinged things he said in this interview. But there's two moments in particular that I want to highlight. The first is this IRS lawsuit, this $10.5 billion lawsuit against the IRS. I want you to listen carefully, very carefully, about what Donald Trump says his own DOJ is going to do, and then where this money ends up.
There's a new lawsuit by you and your family that you're suing the IRS for $10.5 billion for leaking your tax documents. Yeah. Is this a good use of taxpayer money?
You can't leak documents. And any money that I win, I'll give it to charity, 100% to charity. Charities that will be approved by government or whatever. I have another lawsuit with the United States. I sued because they broke into Mar-a-Lago.
But that's taxpayer money. It's going to get taken out of the system. I know it's going to charity, you're going to say.
And I've won that case. I mean, they broke in the FBI illegally, Biden and his group. It wasn't Biden. He didn't know what he was doing.
It was Biden. It wasn't Biden. He didn't know what he was doing. But that's not the problem here. The problem here is where the money is coming from and where it goes.
It was a group of very smart radical left people. They're very smart. They've lost their way.
Right.
And they broke into Mar-a-Lago. They broke into my home. They went through
they had warrants.
My wife's drawers. Yeah. They went through, that's a double meaning. They went through Barron's, my son's, everything. They went through the whole house.
Stop here real quick. Really classy, joking about his wife's drawers. Come on. I mean, absolutely unhinged. All right, keep rolling.
Hundreds of people, they went in with guns. They went in, guns would have been ablazing.
Yeah. How would this work?
Wait. I brought a lawsuit. Essentially, the lawsuit's been won. I guess I won a lot of money.
How would this work, though? Scott Bessent's the head of the IRS. Pam Boondi's the head of the Justice Department. They're going to defend the IRS against you. You're their boss.
Well, there's never been anything like it, in all fairness.
So are you going to tell them to pay you?
Don't forget, I sued as a private citizen because I sued between terms. I won 3 times.
To pay you?
I won 3 times, but I didn't assume, unfortunately for this country, I didn't assume office the second time. But here's the story. I sued because they broke into Mar-a-Lago. That was before I became president. Now it goes along, and it turned out that the suit is a very strong suit.
You're going to tell them to pay you, though? Because you're the boss.
Well, what I would do, tell them to pay me, but I'll give 100% of the money to charity. I don't want any of the money.
You take it out of the system.
So look, Trump is openly saying $10.5 billion in tax money will go to charity or whatever, from the Treasury, where it should be, to wherever Trump decides. We have deficits all over. We can't pay for the basic needs of this country because of his ICE actions, his DHS actions. And yet now he wants to take $10.5 billion from taxpayers and just put it out into a charity that really no one's going to account for. It's the Trump crime family out in the open. And then this interview gets even worse to me because the Epstein questions came at the end of the interview. And frankly, Trump brought it up himself. And look, with Caitlin Collins, we saw Trump snap at her, talking about her smile. With Llamas, we get this.
They asked me a question yesterday at the press conference about Clinton because of the testimony, the Epstein thing, which turned out that I have nothing to do, and they did. About Epstein. And they said, do you think it's terrible what, with the subpoenas and everything, and they're disobeying the subpoenas? And I actually said, it's a shame. You have an ex-president, and you have, the president's wife and Secretary of State. And I said, it's a shame. It is a shame.
Okay, standard line. He says he had nothing to do with it, but the Clintons did. All right, keep going.
It is a shame.
NBC News broke the story today. I don't know if you saw it, that the Democrats are already saying, if you bring President Bill Clinton and he has to testify, we're bringing President Trump. What do you say to that?
I think they might say that, but they've already brought me. See, I've been brought. They had me indicted many, many times.
So he swats this idea away, like attempting a coup somehow immunizes him from crimes against children. And when impeachment comes up, he brags about his success. But notice what he did. He walked away from the allegations right away. He went from being asked about Clinton's involvement with the Epstein files to immediately talking about how unfair the Democrats treated him, how he was impeached twice. That has nothing to do with the Epstein files. All right, let's see what else he has to say.
Many, many times. They didn't do that to Clinton.
Do you think if the Democrats win in the midterms, at least one house of Congress, they're going to try to impeach you?
Well, I've done a great job as president. They say I've had the best first year of any president in history, and I think I have. If you look, I settled 8 wars, biggest tax cuts ever. Right now, we have more under construction with the factories, the car plant. They're all moving back into the country. They were stolen from us over a 40-year period. They're all coming back from Germany, from Canada, from Mexico, from Japan.
And then the interview concludes with a truly bizarre account, a truly bizarre statement about Bill Clinton. And we've seen the photos in the Epstein files. We've seen the innuendo. We've seen how cozy Donald Trump and Bill Clinton were earlier in their careers. But now you would think that if Trump is trying to distance himself from the Epstein files, trying to back out of it, he wouldn't say something like this.
I think I had the greatest first year that we've
But
had.
you think they may come after you again?
Well, they'll find something. Like I did an interview with you, and because I did the interview, let's impeach him or something.
Anything out there that Americans are going to be surprised about that
you're
going? Yeah.
I'll tell you, they shouldn't do it. And that's one of the things. I didn't do it for that reason, but it bothers me that somebody's going after Bill Clinton. See, I like Bill Clinton. I still like Bill Clinton.
What do you like about him?
I liked his behavior toward me. I thought he got me. He understood me.
I mean, this is not normal behavior. Look, it is somebody who doesn't want to talk about his thousands, tens of thousands of mentions in the Epstein files. But this is a man who is just trying to confuse everyone. It's the word salad, the Donald Trump standard of no substance. All right, guys, man, time flies when you're having fun. I'm Josh, filling in for David Pakman. We've got plenty more to cover today. And if that's not enough, you can catch me over at Ring of Fire Weekends on YouTube. It's the Ring of Fire on YouTube. And then you can find me on my newly launched Facebook and IG pages at The Voice of the Left. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have you drop a comment. Let me know what you think about me filling in for David. And we've got more content coming for you right here.
When it was time for a new mattress, I didn't want to gamble on something generic. I had heard about Helix. I liked that they customized the mattress based on how you sleep. I'm mostly a stomach sleeper, so I took the quiz and ended up with a model that felt tailored to me. I've had it for years. What I notice is I don't wake up with back stiffness. I don't wake up with shoulder pain. I don't toss and turn looking for a comfortable position. It's just better than my old mattress. It's more supportive, but it's still comfortable. Another thing I like about Helix is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. It's really tailored to you in terms of firmness as well. It's made a difference for me, and I'm thrilled to be partnering with them. Go to helixsleep.com/Pakman, and you'll get 20% off site-wide. The link is in the description.